Yes, good day, good people. We are playing Aranguez with Kwesi Thomas, the head of Total Kickbox. It's a very interesting organization that I've been paying attention to. So Kwesi, tell us, how long has Total Kickbox been in existence?
Well, thanks, firstly, thank you so much, Ghazi, for this opportunity. It's always a great pleasure to kind of expose our brand and what we do and to reach a wider audience to everybody. Just to answer your question, we've been around for 8 years. Right, March the 18th or so made it 8 years. So we now kind of going into our 9th year, creeping up, God provides life, into our 10th year.
And you personally, how long have you been into fitness?
I've been into fitness, I would say about 12 years, 12, 13 years. Yeah.
So give us a little origin story about
Right,
Total
so
Kickbox.
Total Kickbox originally started off as Trini Kickbox.
Right.
Right, we started off as an idea where I think I remember watching main entrepreneurs, how they start a business, all right, and how they generate a name. And one of the main things that they do is find a name that is kind of general and universal. So they stay away from personalized names, so like Mr. Thomas or Gates or whatever like that.
Yeah.
You know, it creates a greater legacy for the business. So that's where we literally started off, where I didn't want to brand my name or anything else, but Trini Kickbox, which is the main aim of us, is for empowering men, women, and kids.
So what's the whole bullyproof slogan about?
Right, so the bullyproof started off actually like about the 4th or 5th year in our existence. So we started out training kids, but we realized within the kickboxing, boxing fraternity within Trinidad, there isn't much of a grading progression system. So whereas you will see the taekwondo and the karate, you will have the belts. Children who wanted to get into something a little alternate to the karate, which is kickboxing, what we do, there wasn't any different avenues for them to express and to show. So in all, Bullyproof started off as a camp. Right, we started off as just a summer camp, or Java camp as we call it, and we transitioned from just doing like little self-empowerment, mat chats, different things, self-defense techniques, and we realized that there was an avenue that people, kids could benefit from. And I have my own personal experience of being bullied as well. So I use that form of, you know, how I felt growing up and being a victim of being bullied, and how I could give back to younger people and make them get into the ring and face their fears. So the Bullyproof started off from that for summer camp to where now we're going to be having our 3rd year in August, our tournament, Bullyproof Kickboxing tournament, where, I mean, we have the space here, so we're going to hold it here in Aranguez, where we have dojos from Mayaro, Rio Claro, San Fernando, Shogunas, people even messaging me now, sending their athletes wanting to get into our tournament.
You yourself are a trained fighter, right?
Well, I wouldn't say trained fighter, I would say I'm slash coach slash entrepreneur, right? So the thing is with our organization, we transition, apart from we solely train fitness kickboxing, and then we have our academy, our Bullyproof classes, where we focus on the developmental phase. All right, we've had people who come and you know, wanted us to train them and to coach, which is something that we're not shying away from, but that's basically our specialty.
What was the inspiration behind combining kickboxing and weightlifting? Because that's essentially what you guys do here.
Yeah, so the silly kettlebells and the weights. So again, people, we're not a gym. Everybody who comes to us, it's they try to do something different to what people would normally go in the gym for. So that's the service that we provide. But we know as well to create an all-round program. It's not just about the cardio part of it, which is what kickboxing is. It gives you a great cardio workout. It's very core centric, but as well, weight is very important in terms of developing muscle, physique, etc. But even deeper than that, we're not just about the physical.
Right.
All right, we go a little deeper. So like, every time you come to our class, whether it's a kids or teens or an adult, it's just like different layers that you peel off, and we try to go the more psychological part of the fitness.
Right.
Workouts take me a few out of some really dark places, some really, really low dark places, and I'm sure you could attest, maybe if you have some stories, and people who are listening to this could attest as well.
Sure.
And we have used the tools of kickboxing and pairing it with the weights and resistance to give our clients a complete workout, but yet still addressing the deeper issues, which is feeling good about yourself.
Right. What do you think your clients enjoy the most about the total kickbox experience?
Right, I feel they enjoy the boxing part, the kickboxing part. And I think, if I really be honest, it's not only the boxing part, but they enjoy our coaching as well. We have that kind of roll up your sleeve, hands-on approach to every client. We know every client's name. We know everybody idiosyncratic personalities,
right.
And we try to meet them where they are. And I think that is what keeping us moving forward and establishing ourselves moving forward, because we're not just about the numbers, we're not just about making people come and looking attractive aesthetically wise, but as I said, it's something deeper when you come to us.
So a question I like to ask everybody, because everybody has one of these experiences.
Yeah.
What's your most embarrassing moment in the gym?
Well, actually, you should have seen yesterday I was explaining a movement and I fell down.
I did not see that.
Yeah, and they was like, hey, that was good footage. So I told them, all right, you gotta keep your balance. And I put in the kettlebell, doing a snatch, and I do a lunge, and I fell off.
Oh man.
Right, but that was one of them right there. That would be a good B-roll right there if you had it.
If only. What is it about training your clients that you enjoy the most?
In one word, I would say openness. Yeah, openness. I think me being open and they being open, that receptive and that exchange of energies, it makes me feel it makes the experience enjoyable. Because when somebody's open, they give you everything. Right? They talk a little more. That could go for private clients, group clients, it doesn't matter. All right, so when somebody smiles, that's a invitation of them feeling comfortable and open. So when I feel open and they feel open, or if it's vice versa, if they feel open and I give them back, it's an enjoyable experience.
Well, the name of the show is Muscles and Music. Right?
Yeah.
What kind of music you enjoy listening to?
Hip hop, bro. Hip hop.
Nice.
Hip hop, boxing is hip hop. Like every time you put them gloves on and you're going to ring, or you're doing some part work, or you have a class and you're doing boxing, kickboxing, must be hip hop. Don't ask the artist stuff. I feel like
that's what I'm going to ask. You had to come on. You had to give me a couple artists. Give me a few.
Well, to be honest, this might be debatable, but a good Kanye West, vintage Kanye West is always good. Kendrick. I like J. Cole. I like D-Smoke. I know you even know D-Smoke.
Of course I know D-Smoke.
Yeah, so those are my go-to ones.
So, everybody has their days where they don't feel motivated.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What motivates you to get your own personal workouts in and then to come here to train the clients?
Like, I would basically be like the guinea pig for my workouts in the classes. So I get my workout in, but I could add a few different exercises to my library. So I would do, let's say for instance, we're doing kettlebells, or if we're doing some mid work, right, I would add different patterns and combinations. So I learn it. I'm learning along the way, but yes, I'm getting my mind stimulated. I'm building my skill set, and as well I'm getting a workout. But the central thing that motivates me is knowing when clients meet me 50-50 with their reasons for working out. So like if a client says, hey, I'll be on tomorrow, or hey, you know, just confirming, I see the rain falling, but are we still training? Like those kind of things, it's like,
Right.
you know, it's just like somebody is showing some interest. Not just like they come in and you're not sure if they come in. And so I think that is what gives me, you know.
Your motivation.
But and as well, next interesting thing as well, what really motivates me in terms of especially our what we do with the boxing is when we have somebody who is hit damn good boy.
Okay.
Oh me.
Yeah.
Listen, when they will mix up and they say 1, 2, and it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And they're hitting it good. Listen, that's orgasmic, dog. that is like anybody who into boxing and ever hold mitts and looking for that rising star, whether it's for just fitness purposes or to compete, it's no better feeling. It's like, I put my hoodie ready to go. There you go. So that is like, you know, so with regards to the boxing part, like that really motivates me a lot, you know.
What's one of the hardest things you had to endure as a trainer?
I think one of the hardest things I had to endure as a trainer would be, I would say, just knowing that human beings sometimes are human beings, and knowing that somebody who chooses to not train with you doesn't mean you're not a good trainer.
Right.
So I think introspectively, I had us to really understand, like, just be yourself. You know, your tribe is gonna accept you, and that comes to the whole thing I was saying about the openness, right? So they're all kind of inextricably linked in my eyes. So I think for me personally, one of the hardest thing I've dealt with is when people not choosing you.
Right. Everybody have their little, I guess, person they look up to in fitness. If it could be any actor, sportsman, fighter, anybody who you could get a session in with, who would you choose?
I mean, we're in the world of social media now, so there's a million and one. I think one of the ones actually, funny thing is I used to admire her work, and we brought her down. Yeah, her name is Jessica Evans. You can go look her up when those who watching, you can go look her up. I think she's so awesome. I mean, I work with her and many others, so like I'm a kind of person, like I go for it. Right? You know, I go for it. So it's a situation where I feel like nothing is impossible. So I would say, like, yeah, I'm going to, like, literally as we sit here, I used to tell people I would have a gym, I'll have a boxing ring, it's going to be a certain size, and I visualize it and it happens by the grace of God.
Right, so we come to this segment where we ask our guests some quick questions. They don't have a lot of time to think, gotta answer off the bat.
This will be interesting.
Yes. So Kwesi, first question. What's your favorite cheat meal?
Cheat meal, KFC.
Favorite body part to train?
Legs.
Least favorite body part to train?
Abs.
That seems to be a popular answer. What exercise do you hate doing the most?
Burpees.
What exercise do you love doing the most?
Squats.
What is your pet gym peeve? Something that you hate to see people doing in the gym?
Well, I do boxing, right? So it's a different to what. But I would say people who just don't have a good attitude.
Do you drink alcohol?
Yeah, occasionally.
Favorite alcoholic beverage?
That's a good one. I would just say wine though, if that counts. Wine.
Right, so that's it for this week. Kwesi Thomas, Total Kickbox. Check them out. Kwesi, what's your handles?
Right, okay, so guys, we are located on number LP5 Johnny King Road, Arangwes. It's right off of the the next flyover. I'm here for about 7, 8 months and I still don't know exactly where, but you can always Google us. Our numbers are 762-2604. That is, well, our main number, 762-2604. That is 762-2604. You could also check us out on our website, www.totalkickbox.com. www.totalkickbox.com. We have classes fitness classes for adults. We have our bulletproof program, which is specified for kids and teens, to empower them, to make them feel stronger. School is closing. We have our camp as well, and we have private training. That's it pretty much. All right, and then you can come and we'll go to the gym, get a ring for the first time if you probably want to do that, you know.
What's the Instagram handle?
Right, so our Instagram it's tkb.tt, so that's tkb.tt, and then we have TikTok, Total Kickbox, and Facebook will be TKB as well.
Ghazi, Muscles and Music, TT on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Right? That's it.
All right,
go.
peace. Thank you so much, Ghazi.